I'm going to do announcements and then we're going to get into the training. And today is actually not going to be so much of a training as a workshop because I think it's a good exercise for us to work on this concept together. So announcements, the replay from last week. I have everything up so I can drop it in the chat. The replay from last week is available. It's open. It's available to the public. Usually I put replays behind a password, but this one's available to the public. I took out all the personal stuff. So there's the link for it. It's really good. It's worth watching again. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but my lighting is a little bit better because I bought that light that Andrew was talking about. So I now have a little bit better lighting than I did in the past. So thank you, Andrew, for that. All right, so that's that link. And then the replay from 3 weeks ago is also now available. I'm sorry that this one is late. This one was a really good one. It was about celebration holidays, and there were a lot of resources covered in it. So that replay is behind the password. So when you click on that link, you need to log in with your password to see it. And if you don't have a password, don't worry, it's free. You just sign up for one. So that's that link. All right. This is something that people have been asking for. I finally have an events page on my website so you can see what's going on. There's the link. And you'll see that on March 14th, we've got the Grow Your Photography Business with Mailbox Love workshop hosted by Deb. Anybody can come to it. When I post links, though, it will be Deb's link. So make sure that the people that you invite have your link. All right, but the links that will be posted will be Deb's. And then if you're in Robusta, which is the paid version of this, so this is the free version, and then we have a paid version. Who's in your calendar? Rethinking the Sales Funnel is March 20th at noon. It's a Monday, and Robusta is $25 a month. And then on March 23rd, we will not have this class because all of you who are in network marketing will be at the Badass Direct Sales Mastery Summit. It's a 2-day summit, 23rd and 24th. I'm teaching on the 24th at 1 p.m. Central, which is 2 p.m. Eastern, which is 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. Pacific. And so it's free. So I'll drop that link in the chat. It's hold on, I gotta grab the link. It's free to attend. It's a fabulous summit. Check out all these trainers. Hold on, here we go. Grab that link. So the trainers, we've got video training, social media training, run your MLM like a CEO. This is my personal business coach, Liz Scully. I'm so excited she's going to be there. Last year, Omu Obalar gave a fantastic workshop. Sharon Odegaro is fantastic. I love her. This is Jenny Bellinger. She's the person running it. And there's me. So let me drop that link in there. And again, this is a free 2-day summit, and it is so worth your time. I get something from it every time I go. And I know there's a couple of you here who have been to it every time. So drop your comments about how awesome this event is in the comments. So there's the link for that. And then there's the Facebook event for this. Hold on. I already gave you the, no, I didn't. I haven't given you this link yet. Here's the Facebook event for the photographer workshop. And I had one more announcement. What was my last announcement? Well, I think that's it. No more announcements. Okay. So moving on, we're going to talk about how to have more meaningful one-to-ones. So stop sharing. Okay. So I don't know about you guys, but when I do a one-to-one, sometimes you get stuck in a room with somebody, or you're spending time with somebody that probably isn't someone that you're ever going to want to refer to. And then you feel like you've wasted your time. So you want to turn that time wasted feeling into something productive by making it a more meaningful one-to-one. And I'm going to, how do I explain this? I told you I want to workshop this. So because everybody here networks, we can workshop this together. But I have a speaker profile that I give to potential podcast hosts to have me as a guest, right? Here, I'll share my screen and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so this is my speaker bio. It's got my contact information. It's got the magazines and stuff that I've been featured in. It's got some testimonials. It's got my a short bio. It's got topics that they could ask me questions about, and then it's got suggested questions to ask me in the interview. So this is a speaker bio. It's a pretty standard form. Lots of people who do speaking engagements and podcasts have something like this, right? So it makes it easy for the podcast host or the summit organizer to figure out if you're going to be a good fit for whatever it is that they're offering. All right. So Drew Goebel, and I think that actually Deb Davis may have been the one who came up with this. So Drew Goebel he's in my BNI chapter, and I think Deb Davis also uses this. They use this Power 1-to-1 format, which is a series of 8 questions that you can ask the person that you are meeting with to have a more meaningful, because for some of these people, you're only ever going to spend this hour with them. You're going to meet them once, you're going to have this 1-to-1, and you just want to figure out how to put them in your network. Because networking is about, all right, I explained this just the other day, but imagine that I got circles here, okay? This is your circle. This is your peoples, right? The peoples are in your circle. All right. And then you might have another circle of people. Like, so this would be BNI, and let's say that this is you guys. Like, you guys are a circle. You're separate from my BNI circle, but there's overlap because a lot of you are also in BNI. So how can I help these people in this circle meet more people in this circle? I mean, there's some here, but how do you get them to meet each other? And then you've got other circles, and I'm sorry it's handcuffs, but I was grabbing circles. Okay, so remember the BDSM summit's coming up. So you have another network, right? You got another network of people, and then you want to figure out how to invite these people from this circle to meet these people in this circle, or these people in this circle, right? So that's what these Power 1-to-1s are for. That's what you're doing when you're meeting these people. You may never do business with them, but if you ask them the right questions, you might make a meaningful introduction. Right? How many of you knew me before you came here? Like 3 of you, right? The rest of you didn't know me. Somebody told you about this. Somebody in my circle invited you into this circle. Right?
No, you told me about you. I heard you want to send out cards, promptings thing. You had said something, and that's how I found you.
But we were in the prompting circle together, and that prompted you to step into this circle.
Correct.
Right. So it's just about figuring out how to invite people into your different zone. Okay, so let's talk about the questions that are on this BNI Power 1-to-1 worksheet, because they're really specific to BNI. So I want to figure out how we, as people who are heart-centered, all of you here are involved in send out cards in some way. So you're all heart-centered, right? So how do we take these businessy questions and turn them into heartfelt questions that can invite people into our circle so that we can introduce them to other people in other circles? I hope that analogy made sense. All of you are going to only remember the handcuffs, right? And that's why I wanted this to be a work, I wanted this to be a mind meld, like a mastermind kind of thought process. It's not really mastermind, but I want us to work on this together, because we can all take what we learn and incorporate it and implement it. So these are the questions on the BNI Power 1-to-1 that I think Deb gave me or Drew gave me. All right. So who is your target market? We should all know that, because I harp on you all the time about that. And today your commercials were so spot on that I know you know who your target market is. So what are your main products and services per target market? I don't know why it has per target market. You should just have one. What is your unique? And remember, these are questions that you're going to ask them, but you're also going to give them your answers. So what is your unique selling proposition, or the most important selling point? I help solopreneurs get shit done. That's where that comes in, right? You all should have your one-liner, because we did them in December. So why would someone use your products or services? What should I say to qualify a prospective customer for you? Which companies and industries would be good referral sources for you? And what should I say to connect you with a prospective referral source for you? And what action can I do to support you in the next 24 hours? Those are very clinical business questions. They're not heartfelt questions, right? They're good questions, but they don't come from the heart, except for the last one. What can I do to support you in the next 24 hours? So I actually have my BNI Power 1-to-1 filled out. And because I meet so many people in speed networking, I adapted it so that I could talk about more than just my seat in BNI. So I put in my professional classification as relationship marketing, but I'm also an accountability coach. So that's what I did. So when it asked me who my target market is, solopreneurs who procrastinate, real estate agents who want more referrals, and grateful entrepreneurs who want more exposure. So those are my three target markets for the three things that I do. And then what are your main products and services per target market, which is where that part of that question comes in. Accountability coaching for solopreneurs, greeting card and gift follow-up system, send out cards, podcast interview on my podcast. What is your unique selling proposition or your most important selling point? I help solopreneurs get shit done so they unclog their pipelines and move rapidly towards their goals. That's not the only unique selling. I mean, the podcast has a USP and send out cards has a USP, but the one that's most important to me right now is that one. So that's what I'm spotlighting. All right. Why should someone use your products or services? Let's just do send out cards from here down. They need an easy and effective system to follow up. Their clients are leaving at a higher rate than new clients are coming in. Client retention. We're just spitballing things right here. So what should I say to qualify a prospective customer for you? I understand you're struggling to earn referrals. Have you considered sending thank you cards to your current clients? That's just a question that they could ask. So which companies and industries would be good referral sources? Y'all named them in your commercials today. You did a great job. What should I say to connect you with a prospective referral source? So this is really important. And this is one that we should include in our worksheet that we come up with. What should I say to connect you with a prospective referral source for you? We're going to rephrase that so that it sounds more heartfelt than prospective referral source. That sounds so clinical. But here's what I said. I know this groovy chick who I consider to be a master connector. She's always looking to meet new occupation, whatever their occupation is, because fill in the reason you think we should meet, right? So I'm copying this. I am copying this to the chat because you guys can steal this. Of course, don't call yourself a groovy chick. I'm the groovy chick. Come up with your own phrase for that, right? Paste that. But the rest of it is she's always looking to meet new real estate agents because, and then the reason you think that we should meet, because she has a great tool that helps real estate agents follow up. She's always looking to meet new seniors because she has a great tool that seniors can use to send photos to their grandkids. She's always looking to meet new coaches because she has a great way for coaches to celebrate the wins of their clients. You see where I'm going with that? So totally steal that sentence. Okay. And then what action can I do to support you in the next 24 hours? That's an easy one. Give me your birthday. Let me add you to my birthday card list. Give me your address and so that I can celebrate you on your birthday. That one's easy. Okay, so that's the BNI version. Let's do the heartfelt relationship marketing version. So let's open a doc and start from scratch. You guys picking up what I'm putting down here? Where we're going with this? All right, start throwing ideas at me. Let's have a conversation. Oh, Shannon, introduce Karen. Shannon and Karen showed up. You guys introduce yourselves.
Not both at once, though.
Everyone. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was joking.
What were you joking about?
I said not both at once because they both were being quiet.
Oh. Shannon, you go first and then Karen. Oh, Shannon, you don't have any sound. That's weird. You're not muted. All right, you figure it out. Karen goes first.
Hi, everyone. I'm Karen. I'm in the Maryland, DC area, and I am a corporate recruiter. And I also help job seekers find their next opportunity. I'm also a licensed real estate agent, and I'm happy to be here. I'm actually working on a project, so I'll be listening most of the time.
Yay! All right, Shauna, did you figure it out?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yay. Sean Jones would send out cards, and I help small business owners and sales professionals help to retain their customers and gain more referrals.
I got this card in the mail from Shannon yesterday. It is freaking gorgeous. Is this on the satin paper?
No, it's just the regular, girl, I don't pay that extra 50 cents. Mm-mm.
It is freaking gorgeous. So either they changed the coding or something, but this card feels like butter. It
I
feels
feel like they
butter.
changed the paper. I do.
Look how pretty that is. Thank you for the card.
You're welcome. That's right here in the Central California. Everything's blooming right now.
Fresburg.
Yep. You know.
I know. My great grandmother owned a store in Stockton. So yeah.
Only the local people say that. So that's
Only the
inside
local people
knowledge
say my
right there.
great grandmother owned a store in Stockton.
No,
my-
Fresburg.
Oh, Fresburg. Oh, Fresburg. No, well, I'm from the Salinas Castroville area, so Fresburg was what we called Fresno because we were making fun of it.
Yes, I
Okay.
know.
All right. so all right. We'll go back. We'll go. Did anybody else show up that needs to introduce themselves? No. All right.
Don't think so.
Okay. Sharing screen again. All right. Let's start brainstorming. We know that how can I support you in the next 24 hours is a great question.
When was the last time you listened to your inner voice and followed through? In a positive way. Sorry.
What else?
Who do you know that has stacks of thank you cards but haven't used them? I just met somebody who had bought 3 boxes of thank you cards and they're gorgeous with owls and just beautiful. And that was 2 years ago and it's still unopened.
Okay, so that is more of the answer to the question of hold on, where is it? What should I say to qualify a prospective customer for you? That goes under that subcategory because that's not really the question that you would ask to support them.
Okay.
That's a question that
yeah.
supports you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Blame it on it being 6:30 in the morning.
No, that's good. It's because it's a great question. And that's also a great question, but I don't like qualify a prospective customer.
Yeah.
What should I say? How should we rephrase that question so it's more heart-centered than clinical? Unmute people. This is a conversation. You don't need to be muted right now. Unless you've got like gross noise in the background.
Who can I introduce you to?
Who can I introduce you to?
What should I say to make you more aware of your perfect client avatar? That's not really good, but it's sort of getting there.
Can I say to someone to make them aware? What can I say to someone to make them aware of you, more aware, make them more? What can I say to someone to introduce them to you and your service?
Yeah.
Are we still answering the how can I support you question?
Yeah. Well, how can I support you in the next 24 hours is, I need to change the way that that's formatted. Make that body text.
That's a great question.
That's
And
just
this
a
is-
great question for life in general.
Yeah.
How about what problem can I help you solve today? Or what issue are you dealing with today that I can help you with?
I like that. What issue in your business or
Yeah, today.
It doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be
true
in the
enough.
business.
True enough.
Okay, I'm gonna put the questions for them in bold and the answers in not bold. Okay, so we're asking these questions to somebody else so that we can come up with referrals for them. But but we're also going to answer the questions ourselves so that, you know what I'm saying? We're going to ask them these questions, but we're also going to know the answers ourselves. What else? I like
Well,
who is your ideal client? I like that question.
You know, Candace, also there's something like I recently received a referral in BNI, and you know how they give you, at least for those in BNI, they give you this scale of rating it from, you know, cold to hot.
Oh yeah.
You know, and so I got a referral that was about as cold as you could get. And so in asking that question, there like I like that question kind of before that you were starting to ask, like what can I say to a prospect or to a referral for you that would help them be more prepared for a conversation with you or something like that?
Okay. Okay, say that again.
So how
Okay.
can I warm somebody up to a conversation with you?
Right. What I'm not sure you should have erased that
Oh,
question
okay,
there,
can I
but
undo? I can
yeah,
undo.
because this might be a totally separate one. Oh, okay. What should I say to someone to introduce them to you?
What did Marianne say? How can I warm?
Warm them up for
Yes.
you?
Yes. Yeah.
Foreplay.
I like that.
Ellen.
Did Ellen say foreplay?
No, I wouldn't say
Oh,
something.
I love Ellen.
take your
Oh my
handcuffs.
God. Oh my God.
I'm just gonna hang these right here so everybody can see them.
There you go. Do you need the matching earrings? Because I guess I have, matching earrings.
Oh, those are adorable.
And this is why I love Thursday mornings.
Oh, I need those earrings for the 24th. All right.
I didn't know I was on a porn site.
Good morning,
Oh,
BJ.
that happened on a Zoom yesterday. There was a Zoom bomber, and it was like, oh my gosh, well, at least he's good at playing the saxophone, but oh.
Don't you just people just don't have enough time. Okay, so
Yeah.
how can I warm someone up to meeting you? I love that question. What else? Heartfelt questions.
Candace, on the one that says, what should I say to someone to introduce them to you and your services? On that one, can't you say something about, and I don't know how to word it, I would, how can I introduce one of my friends or my circle or my influencers? How can I, instead of how can I just introduce you to someone? They're my people that I want you to meet. Do you get what I'm saying?
That sounds good, BJ.
How can I introduce one of my people to you? One of my people, a person.
My people need to know your people. How can we make that happen?
Aha, I like that better.
Ooh.
My
I told
people
you Di would do it.
need to know your people. How can we make that happen? And when you ask that question, make sure you have your people who in your circle in mind, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What else? What would you want as a woman who is a heartfelt business person, right? What questions do you want to be asked in a one-to-one? Because I certainly don't want to be sold to. I actually had an insurance agent do an entire presentation during a one-to-one. It was so tacky. And then I had another one-to-one where the woman was in her car and she spent the whole time looking over her shoulder. She was holding her cell phone. So her cell phone kept moving all over the place. And then a guy got in the car. And I was like,
Uber driver?
No, I don't know the backstory, but I was like, you know what? Why don't we reschedule this for a time when you can pay more attention? I didn't say it that way, but I was like, why didn't you just cancel the appointment if you couldn't show up for it? Right. You know, it was a BNI one-to-one too. I was
Or
not
spend
happy.
a 1-to-1 with me.
Yeah. It's a one-to-one with me. You know, that when the guy got in the car, I was like,
I'm done. What about what excites you and gets you out of bed in the morning? Because you'll learn more about other stuff than business, which can lead you down a good rabbit hole.
That's a good question. These are great. What else?
Yeah, at a networking event last night, a lady was like, well, instead of the standard networking question, how about I ask you something different? What do you think my love language is?
What do you think,
I
my
thought
what?
that was interesting.
That's an
I don't-
interesting
I don't know
question,
why-
but if it's the first time meeting somebody, that's pretty tough to answer.
Yeah.
Well, that's a little intimate.
Yeah.
I'd say that was actually quite inappropriate.
Yeah,
I was
Well,
like, is she
and-
trying to hit on me?
she might have been.
Unless somebody is
Were you
familiar
wearing the
with
earrings?
5
Were you
love
wearing the earrings,
languages.
Marianne? Come on, be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very specific question, and you have to know the book to be able to
That's
answer
true.
that question. Like,
Yeah, and I hate those things. I don't like love languages. I don't like disc profiles. I don't like any of that because guess why? Because I'm a D. I'm a D on the disc profile, so I don't like any of those things. But yeah, what are some other outside the box questions, right? Because when in this kind of one-to-one, you shouldn't be asked. I don't want to know about your marriage or your children or your pets. That's too personal for the first time you meet somebody if you never are going to meet with them again, right? I don't want to know if you're gay, straight. I don't want to know those kinds of questions. I just want to know what you do and how I can support you. And I want you to know what I do and how you can support me. BJ.
How about what are some challenges you're going through today? I don't know. I'm just brainstorming. What are some challenges you're going to today that I can help you with? Or
what's frustrating you most in your business?
yes.
Because if you have it say, what's a challenge today, then you're going to get all of that emotional baggage that's not
Yes,
business.
you're right. Love it. What's frustrating you today? Yes. In your business.
Well, what if you asked it from instead of, because there's two sides of the same question. You either ask it from with positive language or negative language. If you say what frustrates you right now, that's people go into the negative. Or you could say, so what are the things in your business right now that are missing, or what opportunities are you looking for, something like that? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
What opportunities are you looking for in your business? What
You have to take the first R out.
That's true.
So I've got one, and I don't know about this because it might be a bit bold, but if you could hire someone to support you, who would that be?
Oh, that's a good
that's a
one.
really good question.
Yeah.
Or what role would they?
What role would you
Candace?
Yes.
How about what's going well today for you?
Yeah.
And what is an interesting project or task that you're working on that I might be able to connect you with resources for?
What interesting task?
Project or task.
Project's a good word. Project.
Or
Are
task
you
that you're
working
working
on that I can connect
you with resources
I would
for?
just end it at that. Like what interesting project are you working on? Period. And let them talk. And then you can say, oh, I know so and so or so and so.
And then
Great.
second question,
Part B.
and we're gonna go pause.
Listen.
How can I
Who can I connect you with?
okay.
Candace?
Yes.
If we went back up to the one about what excites you and gets you up in the morning, how about putting their business in there? What about your business excites you that you want to do it every day? Whatever. In your words.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Get it?
that's true. This is a good list. How can I, so how do I move questions? There's got to be a way for me to drag and move. Really? I can't drag and move. This could be, okay. So, is there anything you think we're missing here?
If I gave you handcuffs, what would you do with them?
Well, mine don't fit. If you're gonna make pink fuzzy handcuffs, you should make them fit. These are like kid size handcuffs. That's disgusting.
You don't put 'em on kids.
Okay, so do you guys like this list?
Yes.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you get the first question and the last. Oh, you changed it. You moved it. Okay, gotcha. Sorry.
So I can't share documents. The only thing we can do with documents like this is make it so that we can all access them. Change
Can you
access.
copy and paste it into the chat?
I
Yeah.
can copy and paste it into the chat. Yes, I can. Okay, so we're at 11:40, so we're gonna wrap this up. These are questions. I hope that you got out of this exercise what my intention was, and that is to have more meaningful one-to-ones. Did we get that? Okay, good. Because I was unsure of how to do this class. But after that experience with the woman in the car with her head looking around and the guy getting in the car, I was like, I need a better system. I need a better system. First of all, how do I know that I'm having a one-to-one with someone that I need to have a one-to-one with, which is something that I should have had a better I should have used a colander with bigger holes for that. If you guys know about my colander system, you put your contacts in your colander and then you rinse your colander, and the contacts that don't fit will drain out, and the contacts that do fit stay in. Well, my colander's holes are too small, I think. I need more people to seep out. Anyway, any other questions? Any other comments? Any other ideas? Deb, was that you who created that BNI form? Is that where I got it?
You got it from me, but I didn't create it. I got it from Alvin years ago. I think it was
if
a
you guys
BNI.
want the BNI version, if you're in BNI and you don't mind doing the clinical BNI one-to-one, here is that. I've turned it into a Canva form to make it easier for myself. Template link, copy. So here's the BNI version if you're in BNI. But remember, it might be protected by BNI copyright. So
Yeah, but these are great. These are great
I don't
questions.
think so,
Candace.
Candace, because
No.
it's a PDF. So I don't think it's copyright.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
even if it was, they can't copyright the question.
That's true. That's true. So anyway, there's that. So there, I put that in the chat too. Any other parting comments or ideas?
Question,
Yes.
is Deb's session going to be recorded?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Absolutely be recorded. Okay, I need topics, guys. So where's my list of topics?
Candace, you'll be so proud of me. I went to Chat GPT last night.
Uh-oh.
And I put in there, I needed to make a schedule of topics for blogs and for Ellen and my mastermind. And I just put in Chat GPT. I said, prosperity topics for a prosperity mastermind, came up with 10 topics. And I put in, I can't remember the next one, is something about success in network marketing. It came up with 10 topics. I had 20 topics right off the top. It was
Isn't that
fabulous.
awesome? And then you can actually even dig deeper. Just the more questions you ask, the better
It's a
the
hole.
answers get.
It's a deep, deep hole.
Yeah. Oh, so awesome. Okay, so next week we are going to do BNI bingo cards because it's been a while since we've done them, and we have so much fun when we make these bingo cards. So we're going to make bingo cards next week. And then after that is the 23rd. So on the 23rd, y'all are going to be at the Badass Direct Sales Mastery Summit. But the 30th, I don't have a topic. What do you guys want to learn? Or who do you want as a guest trainer?
Is anybody interested in learning how to use the prompting app more effectively?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay. So March 30th. I
And
might
how the
ask
person-
I knew that yesterday.
Wonder
Ellen-
if April would come and do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I might ask April to come teach that. Okay, so and then
And-
April 6th, we need a topic, but April 13th, we have a guest speaker, or maybe April 20th. So anyway, we've got promptings app. So what else I mean, I'm running out of things to teach you. We've been doing this for 3 years, people. Or 4 years, maybe. We might
What
be on year
about,
4.
I know it's only March, but you know, Mother's Day is a big, big card day. Maybe ideas for Mother's Day cards.
All right. What else? Drop it in the chat or text me, but we can come up with that. Yeah, we need ideas.
The
I
same
wish
thing
I-
Father's
go
Day. No, go ahead.
No, I wish I had thought about, you know, yesterday was Women's Day. I really wish I had thought about that in advance to send cards. I mean, I guess I could still send cards in March. You're a
Yeah,
special
well, you know
woman.
what? Okay, hold on. Share screen. Let's see what ChatGPT tells us. All right, ChatGPT, new chat. What celebration how can I celebrate women in April 2023? Let's just see. Oh crap, hold on. Refresh. Let's see. All right. How can I celebrate women in April 2023? Let's see if there's like a holiday or something. Attend events. Volunteer. Support women-owned businesses. Read books by women. Actually, that's not a bad idea, Karen. You could find the list of the top 10 books, 10 books that were written by women that won awards, and do a card. I do a card with a list of these 10 award-winning books by women. That's an idea.
Yeah.
I have a friend who wrote a book I'd love to have people read.
Drop it in the
author.
chat.
Okay.
But there's a way to use ChatGPT. Are there any woman-themed celebration holidays in April or May of 2023?
Well, May we have Mother's Day.
Oh, that's true.
There's a great book called Release Your Inner Badass.
Yes.
I had to plug that in since I wrote it.
Did you?
Oh.
Uh-huh.
You wrote Release Your Inner Badass?
So why don't we have Marianne give us a presentation on her book?
Yeah, we could do that.
Great idea.
You want to do that? Oh, you
Marianne.
know what? I was thinking of that other book.
That's okay. I'm not offended.
But you know which one I'm talking about? That
There's a
you
badass
are a
series of
badass.
some sort.
Badass.
There's a badass
Yeah.
series of some sort. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there are a crap load of March is Women's History Month. International Women's Day is in March. National Equal Pay Day is in April. Mother's Day is in May. International
that's a
Day
hot
of the
topic right
Midwife
now.
is in May. So yeah, just go ask ChatGPT. It'll give you ideas. Oh, International Day of Action for Women's Health is on May 28th. Wow, there's a lot. There is a lot.
That women's health one is a good time to send people a reminder to get a mammogram.
Yes, it is. International Day of Action for Women's Health, May 28th. That's actually not a bad idea for me to do that card.
I
Yeah,
thought of
Saying.
Or me.
for Father's Day, you know, a lot of men try to avoid the prostate screening.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, a lot of men younger and younger now are getting colon cancer and prostate cancer. So maybe for Father's Day, somehow weave that in there. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, maybe there's a prostate cancer day too. Okay, Marianne,
sure
let's
there
get you on the
is.
calendar. Can you do April 13th or 27th?
That's right around some travel time. Let me see. Oh, and clocks are changing for you guys.
Yeah.
So that means it's going to be at 5 a.m. for me,
Oh,
which I can do 5 a.m. as long as I plan ahead.
Oh. Oh.
Can we do something in May? Because I know
Yes.
mid-April to late April, I'm traveling.
Give me a date. May 4th, 11th, 18th, or 25th.
Let's go May 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Yes, May the 4th. I'll probably be wearing my Princess Leia wig that day, just saying. So I'm putting it in the chat. Mary Ann, release your inner badass.
Marianne,
And
can you put the link in the chat so that those of us who might want to order the book may have it in time for that date?
Sure, I can do that. And I'm wondering if it might be a good topic to talk about publishing your own book when you're on a budget.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
good.
That's
a good
that is
one.
an excellent topic because I know that there are at least 2 women in this group right now that are writing a book.
Okay.
Or more than one.
3. There's 3.
Duh.
And my Aunt Rita, 4. She's not here today because
Okay.
she's at a doctor appointment. But yeah. All right. Bye, Deb. Okay,
All right.
so we got some stuff going on. This is great. I hope you guys got some benefit from today because it was pressing. It was on my heart to do this. So I hope that you guys benefit from what we did today and got the interactive part of it. I
Give me
love
a
the
moment
collaboration.
to pull up the link for you.
Oh yeah. Don't leave until Marianne posts the link, but it will be in the replay notes.
Oh, come on. Work for me.
Release your inner badass.
And if
You
you
are-
get,
You're going to
you
order
are
it from
killing it with
Amazon,
your-
do it quick because there's only 3 left of the hardcover and 3 left of the soft cover.
Wow. But we can get it
the
direct
soft-
from you, right?
I only have 1 copy left on hand.
Okay.
Which is a good problem to have. I was looking at my inventory. So get the soft cover. Number 1, the soft cover, I was able to make it more cost effective than the hardcover. And the soft cover also has additional content.
Oh, good.
Yay.
But there's only 4 left.
yeah, and
I use a print on demand service. So
Oh.
even when they say there's 4 left, we can print on demand more and as needed.
Cool.
oh, that's great. And anyone who wants an extra book to read, I put in my friend's book, Palms and
Right.
Pomegranates. Really good.
Yay. Excellent. That's in there. All right. And I'll have all those links in the replay. All
Excellent.
right. And there's Marianne's book. All right. We will see you guys next
Welcome.
week. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a great week. And